Welcome, welcome, welcome to another installment of Divine Feminine Blast. And here we are again, once again, and again, because we did this last week
Yes.
with the beautiful, the lovely, the voluptuous Stone Hobbit.
Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. Oh
Good to
God.
be here.
Yeah, it's organized chaos is what it is.
Oh, there's only one thing you could do. Laugh. Just laugh. Just otherwise you'll be on your knees crying.
Yeah, one way or the other, it's going to come out
Just
one end
laugh.
or the other.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, the
Yeah.
good, the bad, and the ugly,
I've
trifecta,
got
the opportunity involving growth. Yeah, I got that today. So I did a little ditty on today. I tried like the very best this morning to look at what is this thing called alien agenda, because a lot of people, I talked to a couple people as I was out and about today, and they didn't have any idea what the alien agenda was. That one gal said, "Oh my God, I hope they're real because we really screwed this place up and we need some help. I mean, if this is all we
yeah.
got, I have no hope. Let's just end this thing, can we?" I mean, she was really funny. I swear to you, she probably maybe was in her mid 20s. She was just over all the shenanigans. She just wanted everything to just be brought out in the open. What's this thing about Epstein? We want the real list because the last list was fake. And I said, who knows? Who knows? Who
Yeah.
cares at this point?
Yeah.
As long as there's some sort of equilibrium or balance, I think we can throw the word justice right out the window. I don't know if that even exists anymore.
Yeah. Well, there's no such thing as justice. There's
Yeah,
no
and
such thing as
yeah, I mean, how do you feel about this whole thing about who the aliens are? Because I don't think there's one pat answer. It's going to be interdimensionals. It's going to be from other parts of where we're at. It's going to be other parts unknown that where we're at that we know have no knowledge of, whether it's inner Earth, outer Earth, outside the other wall, whatever you want to come up with.
yeah.
At good, or again, good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. There's going to be all sorts of sorts. I mean, at the moment, I've got with all the different areas that I'm working, it's not the subject can't even be paranormal. This is my normal, all right? We've got all these different ships coming in. We've got all this government stuff. They are totally aware of what's going on. Their time is running out. All right. They haven't stuck to the agreements. There's so many agendas going on here. And from where I come from, I accepted the fact a long time ago that I've been an experiment. Okay. I've been genetically modified, engineered, you name it, hit with all sorts of frequencies. We're tested left, right, and center. We're receivers, we're senders, we're portals. I've watched beings hijack on us to get into the different dimensions that we can access. And by being subjected to the label night terrors, opened a window for me to see that it wasn't what we had been programmed to believe it was, i.e., night terrors. It was a form of accessing dimensions. And a lot of us have these abilities. They give out the medications so we can obtain these states, these frequencies for these hijackings to go on. And in doing that, we've also opened the doorway for beings on that side to come through. Now, when I was going through a certain stage in my life, I suddenly opened something, and there was all these orbs, and they never left. They're here now, And, this was happening all over the world. It was happening everywhere. So it wasn't just me that was doing it. It was like a certain frequency, a certain location, boom, we're going through. And I do believe it got a lot to do with the technologies that man has been playing with. Yeah, we want the basics for each other. We're not a war party species. And whatever's been introduced, we've been manipulated and tested left, right, and center. One injection does not work on all of us because we're not all the same bloody species.
Right.
Right? We are hybrids of so much. So it's a huge experiment right across the board. What foods are we eating? Are they more synthetic? Is there any actual nutrition in it? What are they leading us towards? Transhumanism. It's worse than that. It's worse. It won't be long, and one day we'll wake up and we'll be in another vessel or a bodysuit, temple, whatever you see yourself as in, um, and we're like, oh damn, we didn't quite get there, did we? They took our conscious awareness and they implanted us into another vessel. Oh, lovely. This is a repeated pattern. This is a repeated pattern, and I believe that a lot of people recently were tagged. You know what I'm talking about. Different companies owning different, properties now that they have acquired through whatever means. And when the different ships come in, the different cargo will go where it's meant to be going. Different agendas. If you live on a farm, you use everything that's available to you. If you
Yep.
have to drop a beast, you use everything on it. All right. And we are no different. We are harvested in so many different ways. But at the same time, we can turn around and say, no, this is why we're here. This is what we want to be doing. You can stand up for yourself while you are weak and not aware and distracted by everything else. You're being harvested, mate. You're being absolutely fed off 100%. All these people out there telling me they're awake and everything, and then they go and use one word that just like, no, mate, you're still being harvested.
Yep.
So, and we've got to be careful the directions that we're going. I'm watching a lot of people change right now. There's this new division that's going on. There's those that once were where we are, and they're now slipping off the track. Temptation is a big key. So it's really interesting what's going on. We've got genetics, a lot of genetics going on. We've got a lot of psyops, the psychology of it all. We've got the blue beam that's about to come out. I said a long time ago that the ships are going to come in, they're going to pick up their cargo, and then they're going to go again. They're going to come back and they're going to drop new souls or old souls that have been drained of energy, replanted back into, if they don't have something to replace them with. I believe the clones are going to be let loose, and we're going to see them as a mass invasion of some species of alien, probably a grey. It's going to build up a really negative reputation. We're going to fight for our lives sort of reputation. And then when the good guys get here of that species, we're going to see them as the enemy. That's been with me since I've been about 10 years old. And it's like, they're not all bad. They're not all good. They're not all bad. Some of them have feelings, some of them don't. To me, they're no different to us. We have different senses, different sensibilities. Ethics, we have different ethics. We have different areas and behaviors we've learned over the years. But these are all forms of communication. All our senses are forms of communication. Your sight, your sight, your hearing, your taste, your smell. You know, we've got senses that let us know before the energy comes in and gets us, right? Or we get hit by the energy. So there's several layers to it. There's several within every layer. That's a dimension. There's dimensions of happenings, you know, different versions of myself doing certain things, and for me to be able to tap in to myself at a certain time and location, we're able to open a window right all the way through. Now, if I do that for me, and I'm, you know, this is something that I'm growing, my abilities to portal and be telepathic with other versions, then I've also got to be careful of who's watching and who's trying to get in it as well. Because a lot of our energy at the moment is portal energy, and we are opening up. You know, the conduit is closing. It's like a heartbeat. It opens and it closes. And right now they're forcing it open. So there's a lot of different beings coming, and there's a lot of different agendas going on.
Yeah.
I see the planet is stressing, it's cracking in certain places. The devastation that's happening around the place, to a certain degree, that was going to be a natural thing anyway. But I believe that man, if you even can call them that, have been tampering with those weaknesses, if you want to call them.
Oh,